rapper, actor, vocalist, Grammy Award winner, co-frontman of the legendary Roots crew. You can catch him 5 nights a week on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, one of the greatest underrated MCs of our time, internets. Welcome to the Combat Jack Show, Black Thought!
Yeah, rap royalty here.
What's up, sir?
Everything.
Man, welcome to the Combat Jack Show.
Thank you.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, bro.
So take us back to high school, man. You know, you met Quest. How'd you meet Questlove?
Quest and I met, I think I was either being suspended, so I was in the office, or I was returning from a suspension. So I was in the office, Amir, Questlove, he was coming into the office. He had a jacket on that was like hand painted with like some crazy psychedelic peace sign. And he had like
some De La Soul kind of?
Yeah, very much De La Soul,
right.
you know, very much, you know, Theo Huxtable type.
He was clean for those times.
He had some type of, you know, product in his hair, making it real moist.
Questlove had his hair combed?
Yeah, he had some kind of curl, man. It was like, he had something in there.
Activator?
So, you know, and he had a medallion with like a black fist or something. And this was also when, you know, the Casio SK1, is that like the first little key? Yeah, like the first little sampler. Right. And he used to walk around with that shit all the time, and he would just be constantly recording stuff and then, you know, like chopping it up, making beats out of it. So it was intriguing to me because up to that point, like, you know, my last group was when I was in the 4th grade. So I was a solo, consider myself a solo MC.
Right.
I mean, for most of my young life. And then this dude came around, he had, you know, he was, you know, some fly shit on, and he had the little beat maker. So, I mean, I just wanted to, you know, like get down with him. So I was very much immersed in that whole world of hip hop, you know, the Cool G rap and the Ultramagnetics and, you know what I'm saying, like anything with MCs, right. You know what I mean, like real MCs, right. I was up on it. And Quest was more, you know, he was an instrumental major. He was, you know, really up on all the James Brown stuff and like all the places that the music that MCs were rapping to at the time was coming from. Right. You know what I mean? So it was just like, you know, a marriage kind of made in heaven. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's the producer, I'm the rapper kind of thing from the gate.
Your thought, man, you've been in this game for a long time, man. How is it, like, or have you ever been in any real beefs that we don't necessarily know about? Because the only beef that, I don't even want to call it beef, but the closest from the public eye that I've seen you get into beef, it was Nas.
Yeah, that's probably the only little bump in the road, you know what I'm saying? And that was something that, you know, we hadn't really met before when, you know what I mean, when we was going back and forth. Right. We wasn't really going back and forth, you know what I mean? Nas,
what happened?
Nas got on in some interview, he made a comment about it, you know, how whack it was for us to do the movie Bamboozled with Spike Lee, and how you gonna call yourself the Roots and Black Thought or something, and you're portraying a group called the Alabama Porch Monkeys in Spike Lee's movie with the ball and chain and all, you know what I'm saying? So
he was going on his righteous path.
Nas was spazzing out on a lot of people during that point in time because he was losing his mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So this was during the ether time.
Yeah, he had actual beef during that time. Right. And you know, this was just, you know, a comment that he made about the Roots. Right. And you know, I hadn't really interacted with him at all up until that point. And then you know, there was a show one night with Talib Kweli. And I think Kweli invited Nas, and he invited me, right. And we were all there in the building together. And you know, I had a chance to meet Nas, and you know, he explained to me that it was, you know, it wasn't coming from a personal place. You know what I'm saying? And he basically apologized. He told me he was going through it. He lost his mom. I could totally relate to that. I lost my mom when I was 17. You know what I mean? She's a murder victim. Really? Both my parents are murder victims, you know what I'm saying? Got killed in Philly, like random. Like with my pop, it was, you know, it was the life he was living, you know what I'm saying? He was dealing with, you know, a lot of people from the Nation of Islam back in the 60s and 70s, and dealing with a lot of people from, you know, Black Brothers Inc. in Philly, and that's the type of thing that it has the potential to bite you in the ass. Right. And I could just totally relate. Like, I was going through something when I lost my mom, you know what I'm saying?
Man, but to that lead up, man, were you at any point gearing to take Nas?
I was ready for whatever, yeah. I was going to take Nas that night, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it was like...
Now, there's a lot of talk. There was a lot of talk on the internet at the time as to who would take who.
I mean, I was ready for Nas that night. You know, when I heard he was gonna be there, I was, you know, you think a lot. I'm like, should I just slap the shit out of Nas? You know what I mean? Just on something, cause I know word of that I get around, and it'd be like, oh, you know, that like, I mean, Nas had something about Thought, and then he slapped the shit out of him at the joint in New York. You know what I'm saying? But before any of that could, you know what I mean, really go down.
He diffused it.
He diffused it, like, on some real, you know, on like some bigger man shit, you know what I mean? And it was done, and I left that shit alone right like then and there.
Ready for combat. No escaping.